Yo, what's up, YouTube? We're back. Guess what they did? SDS, San Diego Studios. What did they do? They did something pretty weird. Month 1 of the game. Look who's on the board. 99, King Griffey Jr. 99, Vita Blue. And 99, Jorge Posada. They're dropping endgame cards this early. Now, they're set 1 card, so they're not really endgame. Who cares? Honestly, you can save 1 card per season if you want to use in whatever season you want. You have 1 card you can lock in. Regardless, we're no money spent. We want to know how to get these cards today. How can you unlock 99 King Griffey Jr., 99 Jorge Posada, 99 Vita Blue quickly? My friend already did it. 12 hours, bam, done. Takes about 12 hours of gameplay. These cards can be yours. He sold them all for $250K. You guys, honestly, keep these cards because they're already dropping in price. But today we're going to talk about the program, the Battle Royale program, how to get these cards, because guess what? I might be alright at this game. Well, watch my gameplay and decide for yourself. Subscribe so you don't miss the gameplays, you know what I'm saying? Lots of stuff on the channel. Keep up the support. Regardless, I don't think I'm going 12-0. I haven't played Battle Royale too much in my entire MLB The Show career. Yeah, I'm calling myself a career. I play MLB, you know what I'm saying? But I think my best I've ever been is 7-0. And then 7-0, I say 7-0 because it was then, at that point, I had all my hopes and dreams ripped away from me. And I lost, and I was 7-1, and I didn't even keep playing. Forfeit the entry, 7 wins. So I can't even imagine getting beyond 7 wins. I've only done it a couple times in my life. I'm more of a Diamond Dynasty ranked player, you know what I'm saying? But this is the program they dropped. Nice little Battle Royale program. As you go, you get silver players. And these are going to be in your Battle Royale run. They're important. We're going to talk about how to max out this program as fast as possible. Then you get some of these gold cards. These are going to be in your program as well. Looking at the stats, this Alex Verdugo should have a pretty smooth swing. He's pretty solid. It's not ideal to have starting pitchers in your Battle Royale run, but this guy has a really nice pitch mix, so he might be usable when you have to use him if you have to get parallel XP. Garrett Stubbs, not great. And then Logan Wade, contact hitter, switch hitter, could be all right, but not ideal. Then we got some of the diamond hitters. Now, none of these guys are really usable, so that's going to be a problem right there. They fixed a glitch. I'm pretty sure Willie Adames, he was set 1 as of yesterday, but they fixed it and now he's back to core. So you're not going to be able to really use any of these cards for anything at all. They're just going to be kind of cards that are nice to have. Maybe we'll have a collection later in the year. Definitely that could have these cards in them, but that won't be for a while. Regardless, pitchers, not usable. You're going to have to use them potentially. Willie Adames, he has pretty good stats, pretty good pop, pretty good power, and then diamond defense as well. Alex Hall, solid switch hitter. But you really want him as your diamond round. And then Ruben Tejada, contact hitter. Again, not really the best cards that we'll ever see. And then you get a nice little ball and pack. You know what I'm saying? I promise you, you get this ball and pack, you think, man, I'm guaranteeing a gold. And you might be thinking, true business review, have you pulled a diamond out of your ball and habit packs? As a matter of fact, I'd say I've had it in the last week. I've probably had about, give or take, like 30 ball and habit packs. And I'd say I've pulled about 0 golds. Sorry, 0 diamonds. I pulled plenty of golds, that's for sure. So, unluckily, but I promise you, your luck is different. You're going to be pulling a diamond, you know what I'm saying? Regardless, keep going. Another diamond as we go. And then, bam! Feast your eyes upon the BR Flawless Program reward. That's pretty nice looking to me. 5K XP. I'm going to spin that XP wheel. I'm going to pull Mike Trout. You heard it here first. But this is the BR Program Flawless Reward. You have to get 100 parallel XP to get here. We'll talk about how to do that fastest. Let's look at the cards first. You all want to see the cards. Who's usable, who's not. Now, as an MLB The Show 17 player, I want to talk about Vita Blue first. Now, I call him Vita. I don't care if it's Vita, Vita Vea, Vita Vita. Who cares? Vita Blue. Look at his cards. Look at his stats. Pitch mix, nice. It's usable. 4-seam, curveball, changeup, slider, 2-seamer. 2-seamer, nasty. Curveball, look at the quirks. Break outlier. That's pretty solid. Don't even know what it does, but I don't see fastball outlier. Pretty weird. They decided to remove outlier from Lee Smith. They removed outlier from Vita Blue. Kind of weird. Now, one thing I want to say is Vita Blue. Name another lefty pitcher in the game that's usable right now. You got Gregory Soto. All right, I'll give you that. Gregory Soto is usable. Josh Hader, he's a gold. I don't really want to be using him in ranked. If he throws anything hanging, it's gone. And then you got who? Jeffrey Springs, 95 starter. Jeffrey Springs, I wouldn't be using him as my starter in Diamond Dynasty. Vita Blue, a lot of people can just stack lefty hitters in their lineup because guess what? They're probably going to have a righty on the mound. Now the Vita Blue's in the game, that can change things. Having Vita Blue could be a nice equalizer, a good lefty pitcher in the game. And maybe that's why they took out Outlier. Would have been too broken if you ask me. Then we got Jorge Posada. Now, I'm debating if I should do Griffey first. Let's do Posada first. I think that Posada is the best of these 3 cards. And you might be like, are you out of your mind? Let me just say something. Posada could be saving my life right now. If you've been watching the gameplay, which I highly suggest you watch my gameplay, a little road to World Series, you know what I'm saying? We want to make World Series on this channel. Well, how do we get there? Can Kensuke Kondo, can he stay behind the plate? I don't think so. I'm looking for a catcher replacement. And I said, you know what? I'll get JT Realmuto if you guys make me. JT, I know he has a buttery swing. He's 140K. I know I got 1.6 million investments, and we're all gonna be rich if you're following my roster updates. But come on, I don't. 140K. That's a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? So Posada, he could be saving my bankroll. I might not have to sell my soul to get JT. I'll just sell half my soul and get Jorge Posada once he settles around 70K or so. You know what I'm saying? His stats, he's nuts. Switch hitting swing, insane contact. I know he's going to have a really nice batting stance. Diamond defense is always solid for a catcher as well. As long as I don't get that bug where, oops, I'm throwing out the guy at second base and the meter, oops, it's red. Haha, get wrecked. Or oops, sorry, there's no meter on your screen. You didn't press the button in time. Whatever BS that is, you guys know what I'm saying. But Jorge Posada, I think he's the best one of these 3. Let me tell you why. Obviously, everyone's hyped up. Ken Griffey Jr., month 1. Wow, that's crazy, right? Griffey, iconic card for this game, for this franchise. But one thing I want to say, let's go through his stats. He's pretty good. He's got over 100 everything, contact and power, solid vision, 118 clutch for when there's a guy in scoring position. Diamond defense, that's crazy because this year, for some reason, if you have an outfielder, there's a ball hit over the outfielder's head, you're running back with the outfielder, quick little drop step, you're running, I'm going to catch it, he reaches up, the ball's in his glove, and it bounces out. I swear, a 3-year-old can make better animations and over-the-shoulder catches in the outfield this year than any of the outfielders on my team. So hopefully Griffey, I think with his diamond defense, hopefully it's enough to overcome those animations, you know what I'm saying? But he's a really good card stats-wise. One thing I want to say, though, is if you've been playing this game a while, you know there's 2 different versions of Griffey. One version has a super buttery swing, really good animations, you know what I'm saying? And the other one is this version. The Young Mariners Ken Griffey Jr. doesn't really have the same swing as the other one. So I'm not sure if he's going to be the ideal version of Griffey Jr. this year. Hopefully later in the year they might release a different version where he's a little bit better of a swing. You guys will let me know if he's usable once you dominate this program with my tips. Now it's time to go through the tips. Here we go. BR missions. You gotta win 1 game, you get 1 point. Simple as that. Repeatable. Go 12-0 in 1 battle royale entry, 20 points. That is pretty easy if you ask me. And if you didn't ask me, you're not getting this. You're not going 12-0. All of the sweats are flocking to this mode right now. It's sweaty season in battle royale. Everybody wants to get this card. Everybody wants to sell it all for the most they can get. Everyone wants to do the program. So everyone competitively is playing battle royale right now. It's probably going to be the hardest time to play battle royale right now, as they just recently dropped this program. Win 9+ games in an entry. It's possible, highly improbable. As I said, I think my best is like 7, 8, 9 wins in 1 entry. So I wouldn't count on getting this points right here. Always good though. 4,000 parallel XP in a single entry. This is where this is possible. I actually have a couple of good tips about this too. So stay tuned. 4,000 parallel XP. I asked my buddy who already finished the program. I said, what's the average? He said, you can get in about 5 or 6 games, you can get 4,000 parallel XP. So that means if you go 4-2, 5-1, which is that's accomplishable. I'm not sure what night demons are playing this mode right now, but if you can get 5 wins and then go 5-2, I think that you can get the 4,000 parallel XP in this mode. It's not repeatable. It's a free 10 XP towards the program. And so once you complete this, you already have 10 parallel XP. That's a nice little boost right there. Then you got 50 total bases in a single entry. I mean, this is just playing the game. Like I said, if you get 7 games of Battle Royale in, you're liable to have one where you just stomp on somebody. Hopefully it's the first one in the run. You can get like 12 total bases in the first run and then just keep playing. One thing I will say is once you get 1 loss, listen guys, you're not going 12-0 unless you're one of the night demons I was describing earlier. So unless you're part of the demon realm, I would play until you get 2 losses, that's for sure, especially because the competition, they're going to have a loss as well based on the matchmaking. What the hell am I saying? So I think that it's a good idea to play till 2 losses. Parallel XP, you'll get that as you go. you get that as you go. 30 extra base hits, you'll get that as you go. 30 Ks, good luck with your bronze pitchers. You want to draft hitters for the most part. And then you got silver, gold, and diamond missions. Now, the way you want to attack this is you want to stick to one guy on the parallel XP path because you need parallel XP for each of these players. So go about it when you're drafting these players. Start off by drafting this guy. Start off by drafting this guy. Start off by drafting this guy. And then completely finish the 500 parallel XP with them every time you draft and do a new run. It'll finish the program faster. You won't have it won't be as chaotic and crazy. So that's one thing I would say is to stick to one guy. And you're going to just have to do parallel XP with all these guys. You get 4 for each of them, it looks like. So that's solid. Now, one thing I will say, this is the thing that I recommend first off. I would say that I'm an MLB my favorite MLB The Show was MLB 17. And me and my buddy, I don't know if you guys remember this, they had missions in that game where you could tally a certain amount of stats. It was in the missions. And if you tallied a certain amount, like let's say you got 50 home runs in ranked, you get 12,000 stubs. And so on, different types of stats. So we would match up against each other on online ranked and just give each other these stats. And the score of our games would be like 50 to 50, and we both have a bunch of stubs waiting for us after the game. And it was mindless, you know what I'm saying? So I would say, one thing I would say, if you have a friend on this game, I'm not sure, I don't think you can get banned for this unless you make it super obvious, like it's 50 to 50, like I'm saying. I wouldn't risk that this time. But everyone knows Battle Royale can be chaotic. So if you match up against a friend and just farm home runs, you're not going to get caught for that. If you can have a game where it's 9-8 extra innings, you go to 5 innings, 9-8 ball game, you're not going to get banned. You can farm total bases, you can farm parallel XP, you can farm strikeouts if you want. Farming strikeouts is a little bit harder, I would say, and obviously with a lot of people online, it's going to be hard to match up. But if you can get into a game like that where it's 9-8, that could be a solid way to get some total bases and whatnot if you're struggling with any of these missions, if you're not the best at the game. Don't get caught, don't get banned, you know what I'm saying? But that's one thing that I would consider if I was doing this Battle Royale program. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. One thing I want to say as well, if you're following the roster update videos, which I hope you all are, I know you all want to get rich like me, you know what I'm saying? Why are all my pitchers I'm invested in pitching like they have drunk goggles on this week? I go through a hard week of school, come back from engineering. I'm all hype. I'm like, let's go. Can't wait to watch. First off, Jeffrey Springs, nice job, dude. Way to get Tommy John. Thanks for that. Seriously, thank you, Jeffrey Springs. But like watching it, I'm excited. It's like all day through school, work on engineering. I get to watch Shane Bieber pitch against the Nationals. That's my excitement. He's pitching with like drunk goggles on. How are you going to give up 10 hits versus the Washington Nationals? Are you kidding me? And then you got, what's his name? Jordan Montgomery. Good thing I sold all my Jordan Montgomery super high. And then they gave up 7 runs, so I'm glad I sold all him. Framber Valdez, thank you, Hector Neris. You're really good at pitching. 2-strike count with bases loaded. 0-2, gives up a grand slam. They were all of Framber Valdez's runs, so I really appreciate that. And honestly, I don't even remember the last guy. Jesus Luzardo and Logan Gilbert. Luzardo, he didn't have a great outing, and then Logan Gilbert had 70 pitches through 2 innings. Are you kidding me? Do the Battle Royale program. Get Griffey, get Posada, and subscribe to the channel. Hope this